Programming in Pascal. I am Mohanlal Perra from Study Guide. Today we are going to look into basics of Pascal programming language. We will look into main components of a program. This child is playing with clay and he is making some animals as well as objects. So this clay is going to be inputs. The process is child making the models and the outputs will be the pictures and animals or diagrams he has made. Rules coming in any programming language. Now we are going to learn how to name identifiers in Pascal. Identifiers are names which we give to identify programs, constants, variables, subprograms, etc. Rules for naming identifiers. This identifier cannot be a keyword. A keyword is a special word separated to carry out a special task in any programming language. So a user-defined identifier cannot be a keyword. It can start with an underscore or a letter. We cannot use any other character to start a name. Then in the name we can have letters, digits and underscores. We cannot have any other characters in the name. The most common mistake is leaving spaces in names. So when we name programs, constants, variables, subprograms, we have to stick into these rules. Now look into this. First number. It's correct according to the rules. First underscore number. It's again correct according to the rules. First number starting F with capital. Again it's correct. First space number. It's wrong because you can't have a space. First number and a dot. It's wrong because we can't have a dot. First NO. Correct. First space NO. Wrong. You can't have a space. Starting with number 1. It's wrong. Just letter A. It's correct. 23. It's wrong. So now we can see how we use these rules to get variable names or identifier names. Statements. Read, readln. These are the input statements in Pascal. Read within brackets identifier and we have to have a semicolon. That is how we write a read statement. Write, writeln. These are output statements in Pascal. Write within brackets a message or an identifier. This message and identifier is separated with a comma. Messages are given within quotation marks. As usual, we have to have a semicolon at the end. We can have only a message or only an identifier, or we can have number of messages as well as number of identifiers. Placeholders. These blue color words I have written are placeholders. That means we have to insert our own items there. Now rather than the word identifier, we put a identifier, that is a name which we have created. Rather than the word message, we have to have a message what we want. So they are known as placeholders. Now we will try to describe these statements. Read student name. So this read is an input statement. So we have to input. So while executing the program, when a read statement comes across, the execution will be paused, stop for a while, till we type something and press the enter key. Then this entered data will be stored in this particular store location. So read student name will allow us to give a name or a student name. Read student age will allow us to give a age or a number. Then write is the output statement. This write my name is Kamal and I am 15 years old is given within quotation marks. So it's just a message. So this message will be displayed in our monitor as it is. Write my name is, that is given within quotation marks. Student name separate, and I am again in quotation marks. Student age separate, years old within quotation mark. All these are separated with commas. Look into these commas carefully. So what happens? My name message is displayed. The student name we have given will be displayed. After that, and I am is displayed. The student age we have given is displayed. After that, years old is displayed. Now identify the difference between read and readln. Both are input statements. But this readln is reading a complete line. So the line is completed, which means next input or output should appear in the below line. So it is just like writing something till our line is over. So the next writing will come into the next line. Difference between write and writeln also the same. Write will go on writing across the screen. Writeln will move into a new line. Now assigning a value. We use the assignment statement. Assignment statement is a colon and an equal sign. So this assignment statement assigns or stores a value in the RAM or a store location. Example, count colon equals 10. Sum colon equal first plus second. So now we can describe these things. So student name colon equals Dilantha. So Dilantha will be stored in this student name location. Student age colon equals 14. Now our student age will become 14. Then see the third line. Student age equals student age plus 1. So previous student age was 14. 14 plus 1 is going to be 15. Now our student age location will contain 15. Profit colon equal cost into 125 divided by 100. So the cost is taken, multiplied by 125, divided by 100, and that value is stored in the location profit. Now we are moving into problem solving. Now to solve a problem, we have to prepare an algorithm. That is a logical sequence of steps how we solve the problem. So this algorithm can be converted into a program. We have to give input to the program, then the program will give us the output. Design an algorithm to enter two numbers and to get the sum of them. This is a very simple problem. In algorithms, first step is the start. Then we have to enter the first number. Then we have to enter the second number. Then we have to get the total. So the total is equal to first number plus second number. Display the total. Then we stop. Now we will consider how we can convert these statements into respective Pascal statements. Read ln first number. Read ln second number. Those are our two input statements. Total colon equals first number plus second number. That is going to be our assignment statement. That is the calculation. Then our output statement is write ln. So we have to have write ln total. Mind you, without readln, we can use read. Without writeln, we can use write. But there will be a slight different effect, which we have discussed earlier. Now we are going to go into how we write a Pascal program. Pascal is a block structured program. Now in Pascal programs we have blocks. So at least we have to have the main block in every Pascal program. The main block starts with the reserved word program, and we have to give a name which fits into identifier rules. Then there are a lot of declarations and definitions. Then we have begin and end and a dot. Between that only we write all executable Pascal statements. That is the statement which is going to be activated when you run a Pascal program. We are going to compare the structure of the Pascal program and the statements we have written. Program name, declarations and definitions, begin, statements, end. Now earlier 4 statements we wrote comes between this begin and end. These are the true executable statements when we run a program. These are the steps which are carried out when we run a program. Now we are going to move into an executable Pascal program. So this program, we have to start with the program reserved word, and the name I have given is total of 2. This input and output are program parameters. Then this variable declaration starts with var. We have 3 variables, first number, second number and the total. Types of these variables are integer. So we have readln first number, readln second number, total equals first number plus second number, write total. These are those 4 statements which is given between a begin and an end. So this is a Pascal program which can be carried out, or an executable Pascal program. Now previous program has to be run, that is, has to be executed. So to do so, we need the Pascal compiler. Now I have used Free Pascal IDE, Free Pascal Integrated Development Environment, and I have typed the program. So you can see the same program is here. Once we type a program, first of all we have to compile it. That is to convert this program into low-level language, or what you call machine codes. After that, we can run this program. Running is executing the program, that is carrying out the steps of the program. So when we run this program, we will see what we are going to get. When you run a Pascal program, you don't get a lot of information, but you get more or less some messages in a blank screen and a flashing cursor. That's all we can see when you run a Pascal program. This is not going to be that useful for a user. We'll see how this can be improved later on. This flashing cursor indicates the user that there's a data to be given. So now I am going to give 2 data, that is my first number and the second number. So I have given first number as 36, second number as 54. I have got an output as 90. So since we know the program, this is adding 2 numbers, so our output is correct. Right. Now we will try to answer few questions. Was this program executable? Yes, we saw that this program was executable. We can run the program. give data and get outputs. What will the user see once the program is executed? We saw some messages and a blinking cursor. If the user inputs 23 and 5, what is the output? So that is obvious, 28. Is this program user friendly? What do you mean by a user friendly program? That a program gives a lot of information to the user, some sort of instructions to the user what to do, so that user can carry out with the program without anybody else's help. So in that sense, this program is not user friendly. Why this program is not user friendly? It doesn't give any instructions to the user. It doesn't describe the output. So this is not a user friendly program. Now this is a modified or improved program. I have included two write statements before each readln statement. We know write statements gives an output. So I have given give first number before the readln first number statement. This is a message. This will appear on the screen, which is going to be a user instruction. Similarly, give second number will appear before we have to enter the second number. Furthermore, the answer is described using the sum is. So this program is going to be much more useful or much more practical. We'll run this program and see. Once you run this program, give first number will appear. Now user can enter 34. Once 34 is entered, give second number will appear. Now as usual, the user can enter any value, but I have entered 56. Once we enter this, the sum is 90 will appear. So this program is going to be much more useful, or this is a user friendly program. So when we design programs, we have to think of building user friendly programs. So as a practice, before each input, we have to have some sort of a prompt. Give a write statement which indicates what the user has to do. Right. Now, this is the time you to become a programmer. We are going to write some programs or build some programs. But we haven't learned a lot, but we know we can use a variable declaration, and we have used only integer data type. That doesn't matter. So how you declare variables? You have to write var. After that, we write whatever the identifiers we want. That is the names which should fit into the rules of naming identifiers. Then we keep a colon and give the data type. Obviously, the data type we are going to use up to now is integer. Then we know read and readln statement, those are our input statements. Write and writeln statement, those are our output statements. Then you can use these with the assignment statement. Don't forget, assignment operator in Pascal is a colon and a equal sign. So now you can do modification of the previous program, right? So we have included prompts to for the user before each input. We have improved the output, giving a result description or a message to describe the result. But you all can take this program and modify it by using different prompts, different descriptions of the output, without writing give the first number, give the second number, total is. You can write your own messages and modify that. Then the second one, you all have to code the program. We don't normally say write a program. Technically, we call it coding a program. So now you can code the program to get the total marks of 3 unit tests. So try out these things. and you all can start or you can become a programmer. This is the first step. Thanking you. This is brought to you by Study Guide.